Hi, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. It's a Monday afternoon broadcast of the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And now, Chris, a few games under their belts. We're seeing some inexperienced guys take that next step, make that leap.
Well, yeah, I mean, guys are really doing a great job on that level and given the opportunity to play in this game. And it's maybe because so many young players are being counted on for big roles now. You know, the game has kind of changed where in the past they would be on the side learning from a veteran and being kind of introduced and slowly introduced to the game. Right now, though, guys, we've seen what they've done in college. We know that they've had great coaches and great coaching. And so, yes, the bar has moved up where we expect younger players to do more because the game is built for younger players. Fast-paced, speed of the game, shooting threes, just having fun out there. And so, yeah, I think a lot more is expected of young guys. And I think they're embracing the fact that they have a lot more responsibility.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got the eraser. Z out there with ABC. And there's Mr. Moves. And it's Johnson in at the 2 spot. Got a hand on it. Here's ABC. Makes it off the glass. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. White dishes to Williams. Little passes to Williams. Six to shoot. Pass to the bodyguard. Shoots from 12. The second chance effort. The rebound by Johnson. Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Washington. And it's White with the rebound.
That's how you protect the rim. Stand your ground and make him alter his release.
Passes to Maverick. But he recovers it. Outside White. Second shot opportunity. And there it is for him. White's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
He can't hit that time.
No flow to their offense at all yet. I mean, just 1 for 5 from the floor to start the game.
Here's Little, and he drops it in from the low post.
Floaters are tough out, even when you're that close to the bucket.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. D passes to Washington. Here's Mr. Moves. And White with the block. Here's Maverick. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
He's going to have a tough time hitting that if he can't create a little more space for himself.
Here's Washington. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feed. ABC's got his second bucket of the game to go. White with it. 11 points for him in that last game against the Utah Jazz.
Well, he also made a mark with this passing and had the assist total to show for it.
Here's the bodyguard. The lead is 2. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Insanity. 9-point game his last outing. With 10 games left, let's see how the playoff race is shaping up out east. Right now, they're locked into 3rd place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. They find themselves in 6th place. Gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And the pass to Washington. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Johnson with the block. To the middle. It's deflected. Outside Williams. Johnson with some nice D. Williams has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's the eraser. 17 points for him last game against Sacramento.
And it was the little things, too. I mean, getting to the line, finding ways to get his points any way possible.
Now here's Johnson. That one a little long.
Does a good job just to get the shot off clean. Even if he can't knock it down, the fadeaway is really his only choice there.
Maverick, blanketed by the D, he fights to the rim for the layup. Here's Mr. Moves. He's coming off a 10-point game against Sacramento.
Well, he also made a mark with his passing and had the assist total to show for it.
Here's ABC. The layup missed.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Basket counts.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
NBA offenses have always been complex, and they always are evolving, but C-Web, the movement and precision now seems to be at another level. Would you agree?
You know what, Kev, I disagree a little bit with that. You know, having played in different teams with some complex offenses, it's still all the basics. You still have the old flex offense, and that's nothing but what Utah, Karl Malone, and John Stockton used some 20 years ago. You still have triangle principles, which is what Jordan and Pippen used some 20, 25 years ago. And if you really want to go back to the Bob Cousy days when he played with Bill Russell, you still have a lot of throwing it into the post and cutting off of it. I think the players have evolved and the players' skill sets are better. But as far as offensive sets, I don't see that much has changed, except how do you execute them, and can you execute them with having the right position players with the correct skill set on the floor at the time that you're calling the play.
I love your honest appraisal.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
It's deflected, and they're moving it up. The bodyguard passes to White. Can't get it to fall.
He loses concentration at the moment of truth and blows the layup.
Johnson finds Green. And with the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard showing us this month's top passers. Well, you look at Mr. Moves, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists. And, of course, the prodigy. He has the edge there. He really does a great job leading his team. Such an unselfish player.
If you look at the work of these two players over that period, you might have to say we're looking at the 2 best passers in the NBA.
Free throw good, Green. Both free throws good from Green. Well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I got a chance to talk to Brett Brown. This is the first meeting of the year between these two teams, but he said those guys are tough to deal with when you let them get to the rim. We've got to move our feet on defense and do our best to deny penetration. We'll see who comes out on top, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. Pass to Montgomery. Outside, Green. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
He's 1 for 4 to start the game. Now, I know he's disappointed with that, but we got a long way to go.
Here's Miracle Man, guarded by Green. Here's Maverick. It's deflected, but he stays with it. 5 on the clock. Woods the pass to Maverick. Deep 2 from Brooks. A rebound by Johnson. An alarming 21% to get things going here. Buries the long-range jumper. Now here is Robinson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And they kept fouling him. I mean, it only made him more aggressive. He wound up having a huge night at the free throw line.
He can't get that one to fall. Outside, Green. To the right side. From 13, buries the jump shot. Here's Miracle Man. He's coming off a 13-point game against Utah. Kicks it to Robinson. 1:58 left here in the first quarter. To stop the run. That one misses. Great D that time from Green. To the paint. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
1:36 left in the first. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Maverick. Back to Robinson. Out to the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots from 14. Hangs. And it's laid in by Brooks.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
Montgomery, the pass to Johnson. 54 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's T. Got a piece of it. Johnson outside. Fires from deep. That one, no good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. To the inside, Richards passes to Montgomery. Johnson surveying the floor. Passes it to Montgomery. Over Robinson. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. The Professor's got 5 now. Here's Miracle Man, guarded by Green. Woods the pass to Robinson. Good on the triple.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The away team, they're up by 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you what, when you allow them to speed up the tempo, there's a good chance you're going to fall behind.
Miracle Man is out there with the Professor. Then it's T. Then there's Shake and Bake, and it's Green in at the 2 guard. And the pass to Montgomery. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Just 31% in the game. Here's Miracle Man. No points in the game yet for him. Shoots a fader. No good off the back of the rim.
He gets some extra attention from the D on that trip, and then throws a shot off.
Richards passes to Montgomery. There's Shake and Bake, and the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. He's checked in for Maverick. So it's the visitors now. They lead by 4. Just 5 to shoot. T the pass to Montgomery. That one goes in. The Professors got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
With his first shot attempt, good work there as it goes.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
Richards passes to T. Robinson with the block. Down low. On Sunday, they'll host the New York Knicks. And then on Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in San Antonio and going up against the Spurs.
And for that Raptors game, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Here's Mr. Moves. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Robinson pulls it in. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Johnson outside. 13 feet away. The bodyguard passes to Robinson. P. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. P's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Mr. Moves passes to the eraser. Out left to the wing. Lets it go from deep. Doesn't go for him.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
You know, I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
On the wing, Johnson. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Pass to Robinson. To the paint. And the dunk by Robinson.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Shake and Bake. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. He had a nice open look right there.
This score will be very different without his offense. He's been terrific.
Now, here is Robinson. T right on him. There's the triple. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after 2.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Here's Miracle Man. That's tipped. Now Robinson. Pass to the bodyguard. Power down with both hands.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. To the middle. Over to the left wing. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Mr. Moves passes to Shake and Bake. Passes it to the eraser. Here's the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. The eraser's got 5 points so far.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Now, here is Robinson, guarded closely. And that one, good. Robinson's got 4 this quarter.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Well, when you're at a size disadvantage, sometimes the mid-range is better than inside. You get a little more space. You don't allow the shot blocker to get up on you. And also, you can use your handles and your quickness.
Johnson kicks to Robinson. The pass to Little. With the fadeaway. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. That's tipped. Here's Mr. Moves. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And taken away by Johnson. Pass to P. Johnson left side. Fades away and sinks the tough shot.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so the timeout by Brett Brown here. Chris, of current players who could eventually become coaches, who would you put in that category? There are a lot of brilliant guys that play this game, think the game through so well.
Chris Paul, Ariza, those guys come to mind for some reason to me. Klay Thompson.
Yes.
He comes to mind. And I don't know if it's the personality that I see these guys in or if it's the way that they approach the game. But, those guys come to mind. I definitely could see them taking the game to another level once their playing days have ended.
Washington passes to the eraser. That one goes. Count it. The eraser's got 5 points now this quarter.
Look at this. I like this. Team basketball. Keeping the ball moving till they find the right shot.
And T is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Brooks checked in for the bodyguard. Here's Maverick. Inside, Brooks. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Look, you can't defend down low much better than that. Refuses to give him an easy path to the bucket.
And that one, good. T's got his second basket of the game.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
White drives in. Passes it to Maverick. Outside, White. Lets it go with a 3. And that one is off. Gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. There's the feed to Johnson. And there's the foul. It goes on Mr. Incredible. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, he's not happy to pick up a second foul. This early in the game, he's got to be careful now.
Green, he's checked in for the eraser. Johnson outside. Kicks it to Green. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the foul. It'll go on Dub. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
On defense, the home team. Johnson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sweet little floater.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Outside, White. 13 feet away. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
T. White covering. Out to the right wing. T, the pass to Green. Right wing. Here's D. A three-pointer off the mark.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Right side, Williams. Outside, White. The 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists in the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Green, up and in, off to an efficient start, 2 for 3 from the field.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, look, when you're giving up that type of height, you use your quickness. It's just that simple, and it's also a matter of skill.
Here's Little. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
That's his first personal foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
Two shots.
And he makes the first. Miracle Man, he's checked in for White. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 23 seconds left to play here in the half. Green taking his time here. Here's T. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The home team, they're up by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Taking a look at this home squad. Kenny, what's your take?
Really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far. They're putting up some nice numbers in that category. That's the big difference in the first half.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
Well, I didn't even know who some of these guys were, but their bench came up with some big shots, gave the team a lift offensively. It's always possible those guys will see more minutes in the second half, but at the same time, if you're a starter for a reason. We shall see, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. What a game we're seeing from the professor.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
We've got Maverick. White is out there with Williams. Then it's the bodyguard, and it's Little in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce. Here's the eraser. It's not going to go for him.
The D a little slow to get in his face. They're fortunate it didn't cost him.
Williams kicks to White. Fires from deep. But they recover it. Out to the right wing. Down low. Johnson's shot is off.
And you can see at this stage of his career, just still not comfortable as a finisher at the basket.
Wasted no time on that one. 9 points for the bodyguard. The bodyguard's gotten 4 of his 9 shots to go. Pass to Johnson. Here's ABC. D passes to Johnson. And it's White with the rebound.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. .90 seconds now into the second half. Williams looking around. Fires from 14, and it's good for 2.
He's been there for them, but they haven't needed him much.
Gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Here's Mr. Moves. The shot off that time.
They haven't been able to get their legs under them since coming out of the locker room. 0 for 4 to start the half.
And the shot goes down.
Oh, terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's the eraser. No good on the triple.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And that's now 7 points for Williams. And so the timeout by Brett Brown here.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Johnson. 4th, 12th in blocks. And he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. The pass to D. Here's ABC. Will it go? Drills the three-pointer. ABC's got 7.
The D with some heavy feet out there. I mean, too slow to rotate. Nobody communicating. They can't make threes that easy for them.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. Johnson, he's checked in for insanity. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Pass to D. Passes it to Washington. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. For a long time, beat writers and media personnel have determined NBA awards. C. Webb, as someone who's been up for some of these, do you feel the voting system as structured now is fair?
I don't know how it can be fair if it doesn't have any players or coaches involved. I can't necessarily vote on the best doctors because I don't know what it entails, but I can definitely trust other doctors to give their comments on their peers. I think peer awareness is some of the most reliable that you can go for. But, I mean, we have some very knowledgeable writers, sports writers, and media personnel that know. But for the most part, you need help of the players and the coaches to make sure that the integrity is there.
And there's the foul. It goes on Mr. Incredible. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Robinson's checked in for Maverick. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the 3rd now. Now the pass to Mr. Moves. Pass to the eraser. Shot clock at 6. Johnson, that's for 2. And he hits the jumper for 2. Johnson's got 6. Gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And White kicks to Robinson. And here's White. He has 7, passes it to P. Robinson left side. No good from the wing. Gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. Here's Richards. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And while we have a chance, here are the teams that have swatted away the most shots this season.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. Gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Outside, White. Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. 10 points for him.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
And there's the foul. It's on the franchise. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Brooks checked in for White. On defense, the home team. To the wing on the left. Here's Mr. Moves. No good on the triple. Gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. A floater misses the target. That drops him to 40% now. 4 of 10.
As off the mark as he has been, they're a little lucky to be in front.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Miracle Man, he's checked in for Pete.
And checking out the numbers for Johnson. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. Putting up about 10 points a night, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, think about this. He definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
And good that time.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
And the basket is good. Johnson's got 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Outside, Green. To the wing right side. Clock at 6. Stolen by Brooks. An even 3-on-3 break. Feeds to Robinson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The pass to Richards. Here's ABC. Takes the 3. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Woods. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. It's tipped. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. And that one, good.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Pass to Mr. Moves. Right wing. Here's Richards. Nice shot from the wings. Gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the three ball well. Johnson kicks to Brooks. Passes to Woods. To the inside.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Here's the eraser. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. The eraser's got 9 points. Gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Brooks the pass to Woods. Here's the bodyguard. 9 points in the game so far. From beyond the arc. Unable to get that one. Being not great, 40% for the game. Here's the eraser. Here's Mr. Moves. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And Lloyd Pierce wants a timeout.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. We'll see what they run coming out of this.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for the eraser. 9th in free throw percentage, 12th in scoring, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. And it's going to be out of bounds. And they retain possession. There's 1:26 left in the third. The pass to Little. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You're looking at the list of the NBA's top shooters from behind the arc for the past month. Well, you look at the professor, a dangerous player from three-point land, a great talent with a great release.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month.
And the first one drops. And he makes both free throws. 1:16 left to play in the third. Pass to the eraser. Pass to T. On the wing, Green. Clock at 4. Over Woods. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. 52 seconds left to play in the third. There's the pass to Maverick. Here's Insanity. Outside Williams. And he uses the glass on the layup. Williams has got 9.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Pass to D. Here's the 3. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one.
He hasn't been very precise at all this year.
Williams gets the bucket.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's the eraser. He's got 9. Shoots from 12. Drained for 2 points. The Erasers got 4 points now in the quarter. From deep three-point range, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the home team with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we'll be right back after this. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen to Coach Brett Brown.
It's going to take everything you got to come up with balls so that we win this game. Right? Anything loose, any rebounds, guards, you got to rebound.
Demanding an all-out effort from his guys.
And, Kevin, it's got to be a gang rebounding approach, just like he was talking about. They need every board they can get.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The professor out there with D. Then it's Green. Then it's T. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. To the middle.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Green, the pass to Montgomery. To the inside. Got a piece of it. Johnson inside. And Williams gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. 13 points for Williams.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
It's stolen by Johnson. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Got a hand on it. They retain possession.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
It's been a few years now since rules were put into place to curb the hack-a-shack strategy. See, Webb, you think the NBA made the right choice in discouraging that style, that tactic?
You know, Kev, I'm torn on this one. I don't think so. I do think that the game would have gotten ugly, the pace would have gotten bad, but I think it would have been only a couple of years as players would have been embarrassed enough to improve their game. As I travel to different places, the one thing that's the difference between the United States and other places they can shoot free throws. Other places, they just aren't at the park dunking or hanging on the rim. They're actually shooting shots and skill sets and dribbling. And I was at one time a terrible free throw shooter, and the embarrassment of not making them, missing them late in the games, not being able to be there for your team the way you want to, oh, trust me, it's no better motivation than that. Not giving me a handicap and a crutch saying, oh, don't do it. I don't like the fact that they've tried to place a curb on the hack-a-shack strategy. My thing is get you in the gym in the offseason and make some free throws.
Gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Williams in the post, and that one is good. Williams has got 13 points in the second half.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Green. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the fouls.
That's his 3rd personal foul. At the line, Green. At the line for 2.
2 shots.
That's good from Green. Chris, the last few years, talk of expansion has come up. Are we ready, you think, in the NBA to add some more teams?
I think we are. Now, expanding to 32 teams might stretch the talent a little bit thin, but I think we could handle a couple of years with that because of the youth of the players, and it could actually switch it up a little bit. I mean, come on, Kevin. You like me. You're a big basketball and big sports fan. You know we have to have a team in Seattle.
I would love Seattle. Absolutely.
I mean, come on. You know how crazy those fans were. You know we have to have that come back, and then there's some places. Think about how great Oklahoma Oklahoma City is.
Yes.
And how they've just embraced this Thunder team. There might be a couple more places out there with that type of passion and fans saying, listen, if you give us a team, we promise we'll nurture it, take care of it, and root for it the loudest. And I like having that. I think it's time to definitely investigate expansion, but we got to get back to Seattle first and foremost.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
He's perfect from the line this time. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Compared to when you were playing, C-Web, how have the baseline skill requirements for the 4s and the 5s, the power forwards and the centers, changed, do you think, the most?
The ability to stretch the floor. There's a lot more emphasis on the mobility, especially at the defensive end. And I don't think you can have a player who is a specialist anymore in the game. I've played with some great defenders. The Ben Wallace, the Davis boys there in Indiana, but those positions are no longer valued or needed anymore. You can no longer be a defensive player that can't score on the other end. You have to be a player in the NBA now with the total skill set. That means mobility, shooting, dribble, passing. All of those things have to be encompassed, or there's a way to make sure to highlight you with the mismatch and take you out of the game.
Good documentation. I like it. So both teams changing it up here. Here's buckets. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
And that's a play they'll run over and over, fellas, as long as it keeps working.
White, good.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Buckets, White covering. Last season, C-Web, the league implemented rules for resting starters. Has that had any effect, in your opinion, so far?
I'm not a big fan of it. I think that this should be something that's held in the locker room, that if you're a player and you're hurt or if you're tired, that you and your coach should be able to talk about it and definitely manage your body the way that a coach should. But I don't think that this should be something that's just out on the table that I can take a rest day. It's just never been in the game. This is a new precedent. But I do love what the commissioner and the NBA has tried to do, is address the issue, because it was getting out of hand, resting players, especially on national televised games. If I'm a fan and I'm coming there to watch my favorite player and you're not playing there tonight, and I've saved up for these tickets for months, gotten good grades, done everything my dad has said to do, and he's taking me to the game and you don't show up?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a big letdown.
That's sad. The chosen one passes to P. He kicks it to White. Picked his pocket. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's buckets. That's tipped. They get it back. D passes to Montgomery. Tries a three. Comes up empty, and he's now 5 for 8. Gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth. Going 6 for 7. Here's White. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
Well, give the coach a little credit. It's been some great play calling. Each guy doing his part. This is what you're hoping to achieve.
And stolen by White. Down low. Here's the chosen one, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
The tenacity, the attention to detail. It's why these guys are in complete control.
Well, they continue to extend the lead. Terrific play on both ends of the court.
And there's the call on Maverick. That is his first foul of the game. Some call it the Ewing theory, teams that play better without relying on a star player. But Chris, how sustainable is that?
It's not sustainable. It's real cute until you have the teams that are focused and want to win come in. And usually that Ewing theory, that's usually like in the 5th week of the season or before All-Star break when teams are figuring out themselves. Once everybody has identified their strength and their weaknesses, you need that horse to ride. You need that big hoss in there, that guy that's dependable every night. And as long as he's a willing passer, unselfish player, no, you need those guys. I don't believe that teams are better without their main guy. Maybe for short stretches, players can rally, but you look at championship winners. I'm trying to think of one that didn't have a superstar on their roster. I just don't buy into that theory.
That free throw, no good. The chosen one, he's checked in for Maverick. That's off as well, so he misses both. Gone on a tear here in the 4th. They're 8 of 9 on field goal attempts in the quarter. Here's the chosen one. Brooks can't get the putback.
Now, this has not been his best effort. He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
And the pass to Washington. To the middle, stolen by Brooks. Here's the chosen one. Here's the chosen one. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Chris, coach turnover happens a lot in the NBA. And there are some people that feel that, teams are too quick to make a change. What do you think?
Every situation is different. Sometimes an obvious change is needed, but sometimes it feels more like desperation. Think about it. The best franchises typically have stability, and fans aren't stupid. They know when their team is just trying to throw a worm out there to catch and to see who they can get, or if they're using the past coach as a scapegoat, trying to redirect the emotions of the fans to direct them to cheer for their team further on. But a lot of times, I tell you this, though, coaches getting fired are because the players don't execute and follow through. A lot of times it's not the coach's fault, but usually they have to take the fall, and that's what being the leader is all about. And unfortunately for the coaches, there is quick turnover, but hopefully they can land back on their feet at a new place with another job, with a team that'll listen and let them set the culture.
Good insight. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Good movement there, and the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
Pass to the chosen one. Kicks to Brooks. The turnaround. Payne grabs the board.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Good.
That's what they're looking for. They need him to take on a bigger role this game.
Here's the chosen one. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Every once in a while, we hear about the brotherhood of the NBA. C-Webb, when you hear that term, what does it mean to you?
It means it's the truth. When I got to the NBA as a rookie, the thing that amazed me the most was that I was already part of a fraternity. There was no having to be kind of welcomed in. You are welcomed in once you're part of the NBA. Guys want to see you do well. Right. Not against them, not against their team, but guys want to see you do well because they know the work, the effort, the sacrifice that it takes to get to this level. And that's a really refreshing feeling, knowing the guys got your best interest as long as it isn't against them that night.
Yeah, great perspective on that topic. Bodyguards checked in for the chosen one. He's off on the second. Gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Inside, buckets. Can't get the reverse layup to fall. Gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. The chosen one passes to Woods. From 13, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
See, Webb, I think of when you entered the league and how much the league has changed since your entry. In your mind, going back to your rookie year, I'm sure you can count many ways that the NBA has improved the game.
Yeah, and the NBA to me has always been a step ahead. It's been a leader as far as where sports in general should go. I mean, we're truly a global game now. You just imagine where the game is going to be in 20 years, the growth of overall player salaries, the value of franchises. And to me, again, the biggest improvement has just been the evolution of players. It's been thanking a guy like Larry Bird, who was 6'9", shooting threes, and today we have Kevin Durant, 7-foot shooting threes. It's players getting better. The dribbling of Isaiah Thomas back in the Piston days to the dribbling of Curry, Kyrie, John Wall. Today, it's the evolution of the players to me that's been so exciting, along with the growth of the league overall.
Brooks grabs the board. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Here's the chosen one. 6 on the shot clock. Off the left rim and out.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
D. T.
Here's D. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
Pass to P. Now the pass to the chosen one. The baseline J. It's tipped. Payne passes to D. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Here's Miracle Man. And so they get the victory here at home. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.